Hello guys, my name is Vijay Kumar and we are studying refrigeration and air conditioning. In the last video, I have explained about the coefficient of performance of refrigerator and heat pump. In this video, we will see about the unit of refrigeration. What is the unit of refrigeration we will see. Then we will see refrigeration capacity. What is refrigeration capacity? We will see this thing also. Then power input. Let's start the topic. First, unit of refrigeration. Unit of refrigeration is ton of refrigeration. Unit of refrigeration is ton of refrigeration. Friends, you have seen that heat transfer rate. What is heat transfer rate? Kilojoule per hour. Yeah, heat divided by time. That is the heat transfer rate. Kilojoule per hour, या kilojoule per minute, kilojoule per second. How much heat is transferring from a system or from a storing space per unit time is called heat transfer rate. Friends, when window AC is working, that window AC will absorb the heat from a storing space per unit time. That is the kilojoule per second or kilojoule per minute. But commercially, if we see the unit of refrigeration, that is TR, 1 TR, 1 ton of refrigeration, that is the commercial unit. If you go to buy an AC, then you will see that there is a 2 TR AC, 2 ton AC, 3 ton AC, 5 ton AC, 3 ton, 5 ton, 1 ton. Basically, these are the refrigeration capacity for that AC. Ton means TR, 2 TR, 5 TR, 1 TR. These are the refrigeration capacity for an air conditioner. Okay. So let's see here what is 1 ton of refrigeration. We will see here. So friends, let's see the definition of 1 ton of refrigeration. 1 ton of refrigeration is defined as the amount of refrigeration effect produced by the uniform melting of 1 US ton of ice, 1 US ton of ice at 0 degrees Celsius in order to convert it into water at 0 degrees Celsius in 24 hours. Friends, to understand this definition or to learn about this thing, we will see the 3 phases of water on temperature and heat addition curve. We will see the all 3 phases of water, solid, liquid and gas on temperature and heat addition axis. Okay, see here, this is my solid line and this is 0 degree. Before 0 degree like here -4, -1, the water is in solid state. Water is in solid state. It means this line is solid line. This line is solid line. Okay. Now at 0 degree, water is in solid state and it is at ice state or ice. Now this ice will melt at 0 degrees Celsius. This ice will melt at 0 degrees Celsius. This is melting line. Okay. Now here you see 1 US ton of ice. Suppose I have taken 1 US ton of ice, means quantity I have taken. That means I have taken 1 US ton of ice here. Now this 1 US ton of ice will melt at 0 degrees Celsius at constant temperature. Here you see the constant line. Okay. Now at this line, in melting line, whatever heat is added in 24 hours. In 24 hours. That is the amount of refrigeration effect. That is the amount of refrigeration effect. You can consider this like you can learn. I can explain in the different way also. Suppose in this room 1 US ton of ice is there. and in this room, that 1 US ton of ice will take heat of this room, and now ice is working like a window AC, and that ice is taking heat from the room. That means ice will melt at 0 degrees Celsius, ice will melt. Then whatever heat added from the room to the ice, that is called the refrigeration effect. Okay, in the same way like window AC, I have explained that how much amount of heat is absorbed by the window AC from a storing space, that is called refrigeration effect. In the same way, you can consider the ice, example of ice. Okay, now we will see that 1 TR is a commercial unit of heat addition, rate of heat addition, okay, or rate of heat absorbed by the window AC. This is the commercial unit, TR. Now we will convert this 1 TR into kilowatt or kilojoule per minute. Okay, see here. Now as per this definition, here we have taken 1 US ton of ice. 1 US ton of ice means 1 US ton is equal to how much? Pound. This is 2000 pound. 1 US ton is equal to 2000 pound. Now in 1 pound how much kg? In 1 pound there is a 0.453 kg. Okay. Now in 2000 pound there is a 2000 into 0.453 kg. That means total how much kg? 906 kg. Okay. It means 1 US ton has 906 kg. Now you know that at this point at 0 degrees Celsius ice will melt. It means it is taking heat. Heat is given at x-axis. This amount of heat is adding to the ice. Okay. The formula for heat addition, that heat is taken, whatever heat is taken by the ice, that is called latent heat. That is called latent heat. The latent heat always added at constant temperature. Remember, latent heat always added or rejected at constant temperature. Okay. Now from that we can write heat addition is equal to M into L. M is the mass of ice into L is the latent heat. L is the latent heat. As per standard, latent heat of ice is equal to 335 kilojoule per kg. Okay. Now we can write 1 TR is equal to 335 kilojoule per kg. This is the L, and 906 kg. This is the mass, M into L. Now this ice is converting into water in 24 hours. In 24 hours, if I have to find the rate of heat transfer, then I will divide this amount of heat by time. And this ice is taking 24 hours for melting at 0 degrees Celsius. Now 24 into 60. It means I have converted hour into minute. If I solve this value, this calculation, if I solve, then I'll get 210 into 210.770 kilojoule per minute. Now I got 1 TR is equal to 210.770 kilojoule per minute. Okay. Now here, if I want to calculate in kilowatt, what will I do? I will divide this again by 60, because by dividing 60 it will become kilojoule per second, and kilojoule per second it becomes kilowatt. So if I divide it by 60, if I divide 210.770 divided by 60, then I'll get 3.512 kilowatt. Okay. Now here I have converted 1 TR into kilojoule per minute or kilowatt. In actual practice, we take 1 TR is equal to 210 kilojoule per minute or 3.5 kilowatt. These values will be helpful when we will do the numerical problems and questions. Okay. One more thing, if you go to market to buy an air condition, then you will see there, we have seen 2 TR, 5 TR or 2 ton AC, 5 ton AC. What is this 2 ton or 5 ton? Basically, this 2 ton and 5 ton is the 2 TR or 5 TR. That means that that AC has cooling capacity 2 ton of refrigeration or 5 ton of refrigeration. If I want to convert that ton of refrigeration into kilowatt, then if there is a 2 ton of refrigeration, if I want to convert the 2 ton of refrigeration into kilowatt, what will I do? I will multiply here by 2. Then that will become 7 kilowatt. Okay. By this way, we can convert 1 TR into kilojoule per minute or kilowatt. Okay. Now we will go to the next topic. In the next topic, we will see refrigeration capacity and power input. Okay. तो चलिए देखते हैं रेफ्रिजरेशन कैपेसिटी. नाउ सपोज दिस इज द सिस्टम. आई हैव टेकन रेफ्रिजरेशन सिस्टम. इन दिस रेफ्रिजरेशन सिस्टम, सपोज m dot, that is the mass flow rate, of refrigerant. Let m dot be the mass flow rate of refrigerant. I have already explained in the previous videos that in window ACs or in any refrigeration system, a substance which flow into the system, that substance is called as refrigerant. Here I have given that, suppose let m dot be the mass flow rate of refrigerant in kg per second. Okay. Now, how we have to find out refrigeration capacity? We will find out the refrigeration capacity, just multiply this mass flow rate with refrigeration effect. We will multiply this mass flow rate with the refrigeration effect. Now, refrigeration capacity is equal to mass flow rate multiplied by RE, refrigeration effect or desired effect. This RE we can write in kilojoule per kg, because heat input is in per unit mass, it is there, kilojoule per kg, and mass flow rate is kg per second. Here we will cancel kg cancel, then we will get kilojoule per second. Here we can get, now kilojoule per second is kilowatt. Basically the refrigeration capacity is in kilowatt, refrigeration effect in kilojoule per kg. You just have to remember that we are converting just refrigeration effect into refrigeration capacity just by multiplying mass flow rate. Okay. In the same way, we can get power input. Because in this system, there is a work input W in. Then, in the same way, we multiply in work input by mass flow rate. Okay. Here you can see that mass flow rate is multiplied by work input. In the same way, I'll get this in kilowatt. That means I am getting refrigeration capacity from refrigeration effect, power input from work input. Okay. Here refrigeration effect is QL. You know very well, refrigeration effect for refrigeration system, that is QL. If it is a heating system, then refrigeration effect shall be QH. Okay friends, now I think you understand all this. You understood all these topics. Here some important point I want to explain, that here friends I have given that arrow, this, and on that I have given mass flow rate. What this arrow represents? Friends, this arrow is representing, it is in clockwise or anti-clockwise? It is in anti-clockwise. Okay. Now, the point is that there are two systems. One is power plant, second is refrigeration plant. In one plant, we are getting work output. In one system or plant, we are taking work input. By this representation of arrow, we can tell that it is a power plant or it is a refrigeration system. For this, I have given here, suppose it is clockwise, suppose this arrow is clockwise. That means it is a power producing system, or power producing system, which system? Power producing, where we can get power output. That means power plant. Okay. If it is in anti-clockwise, then this is power absorbing system. That means that system is taking work input. That system is taking electrical input. Like in refrigeration system, this is the work input. We are absorbing. The refrigeration system is absorbing work input WIN. Okay. By this arrow, by the direction of this arrow, you can easily tell whether it is a refrigeration system or power producing system. Okay friends, in this video we have seen three topics: unit of refrigeration, that is 1 ton of refrigeration. After that we have seen refrigeration capacity. After that we have seen power input. Friends, these topics basically shall be used during the numericals problem. When we are doing numericals problem, we will use all these concepts. Okay friends. So friends, in the next video we will see about the one term, that is energy efficiency ratio. We will see energy efficiency ratio in detail. Then we will see the difference between what is the difference between COP and EER, energy efficiency ratio. After that we will see Bureau of Energy Efficiency Rating. Okay friends, thanks for watching and have a good day.